Okay, so today we're going to be diving into a news report, and let's just say it's a tough one. It involves a 22-year-old man in Mufakose, Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
And he wound up stabbing his own mother multiple times.
Oh, wow.
And then he also attacked his young niece.
Oh my gosh.
And it's a difficult story, but we're going to try to unpack it together.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's certainly a heavy one for sure. Maybe we can start by, just trying to understand the setting a little bit to get a sense of what might have happened. Can you tell us a little bit about Mufakose? Yeah.
So Mufakose is a suburb in Harare, Zimbabwe.
Okay.
And it's a pretty densely populated area.
Okay.
And I think it's important to note that poverty and lack of opportunity are really pretty common there.
Yeah. I imagine those factors probably play a significant role in a lot of what goes on there.
Right, exactly. And so this crime happened, it took place within that context. And the victim, this 59-year-old woman, Hilda Drawu, she was attacked, like I said, in her own home. And her son, Nyasha Bandawe, he's the one who committed this attack. And it says that he stabbed her multiple times.
It's just awful, And what gets me is, often these cases, these kinds of attacks, they don't just stop there.
Yeah.
Was there anyone else involved?
So that's one of the most disturbing details of this whole thing. He also attacked his 5-year-old niece.
A 5-year-old?
He stabbed her in the neck with a screwdriver.
It's just horrific. It makes you wonder, what could possibly be going through someone's mind to do something like that, especially to a child. It almost seems like there's an attempt to eliminate any witnesses. We see this sometimes in cases of familicide where the perpetrator tries to wipe out the entire family. And the fact that this young girl survived it's a miracle.
Yeah. She's incredibly lucky to be alive.
Oh, wow.
The report says that even though she had been seriously injured, she managed to get out of the house.
She did. Oh my God.
And she found her father and led him back to the house.
Goodness, that's incredible.
So she really did save her own life.
What a brave little girl. Really. I can't even imagine.
So the police were able to arrest Bandawe pretty quickly.
Okay.
What happens next in a case like this?
Well, typically at this point, the investigation really kicks into gear. They'll be looking for a motive. Was this a result of some kind of mental health crisis? Were there any ongoing conflicts within the family, things like that?
Right.
There's a detail in the report that out to me about Bandawe trying to hide his mother's body under a bed.
Yeah.
That kind of suggests at least some attempt to cover up the crime, which could indicate some level of premeditation. But of course, these are all questions that the investigators will have to figure out.
It's hard to even imagine what could drive someone to this level of violence. I mean, what could possibly lead someone to do something like this? Especially, like you said, to their own family.
Right. It's the question that haunts you. While we can't really know for sure what's going on inside someone's head, especially in such an extreme situation, it's important to try to look at the bigger picture. I think we know that factors like poverty, lack of opportunity, social isolation, they all contribute to stress, frustration.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'd imagine that access to mental health services in place like Mufakose is, probably pretty limited.
Yeah.